Campaign in Georgia to rally supporters. That includes Republican Senator Tom Cotton out of Arkansas, who joins me now. Senator, good afternoon to you. May get interrupted. I'll try and get as much as I can in at the moment. How did these races look as of today with about a month and 3 weeks to go, Senator?
Good afternoon, Bill. Good to be back with you. Chuck Schumer said the stakes of this race very clearly in the streets of New York last weekend. First we take Georgia, then we change the world. Chuck Schumer doesn't view this as an election in which the Georgian voters are going to make the decision, but somehow he and his rich donors from New York and Silicon Valley can take, and then they're going to use that to change the world, to do things like pack the Supreme Court, make Washington, D.C. a state, raise your taxes, take your guns. There's no end of the crazy left-wing agenda that Raphael Warnock and Jon Ossoff in Georgia will help Chuck Schumer enact. That's why Georgians are going to take a stand on January 5th for Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue. Okay. That's why I'm looking forward to being back to campaign just later this week.
I don't know how this factors into it. Apparently, Joe Biden's going to make a trip down there. We'll see if Donald Trump does it. Trump is not on the ballot. How do you weigh those factors, do you think, in early January?
I think the people of Georgia are going to very clearly vote for a Republican Senate. Irrespective of what's happened in the presidential election by then, the people of Georgia do not want to send Jon Ossoff, a trust fund socialist, and Raphael Warnock, Jeremiah Wright's biggest supporter in Georgia, to the United States Senate to empower Chuck Schumer. Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue have been great for the state of Georgia. They've been strong on crime and our border. They've always defended Georgia's large military presence and veterans community. That's exactly what they will keep doing when the people of Georgia reelect them.
I think the runoff elections, based on history in Georgia, have been very interesting. Saxby Chambliss won his in 2008 by 15 points, but it was a lot tighter in the general election, and Barack Obama was on the ballot then as well. So it's not necessarily apples to apples. There is breaking news from the Pentagon, Senator. Came out about an hour ago. There's going to be a drawdown of troops by mid-January in Iraq and Afghanistan, which leaves about 3,000 in Iraq and about 2,000 thereabouts in Afghanistan. The acting defense secretary, Christopher Miller, said this: "We are not a people of perpetual war. It is the antithesis of everything for which we stand and for which our ancestors fought. All wars must end. Ending wars requires compromise and partnership. We met the challenge. We gave it our all. Now it's time to come home." End quote. Your early reaction to this news is what, Senator?
Well, Bill, I've seen those reports. I don't want to speculate about the exact order until that's confirmed and announced, and I certainly don't want to speculate about troop levels, which are still not openly disclosed in some of these countries. But Chris Miller is right. He himself is a decorated Green Beret with many deployments behind him, is that ultimately it's up to the people of Afghanistan and the people of Iraq to chart their own course. Now, the president has said he doesn't want to see a hasty withdrawal lead to the kind of collapse of authority that we saw in Iraq in 2014 that led to the rise of the Islamic State and threatening Americans. But in the long term, our biggest threat in the world is not in the Middle East, it's China, and we need to take steps necessary around the world to posture our forces to deter Chinese communist aggression.
Well, Senator, a lot to digest there. I hope you come back soon. Thank you for your time, Tom Cotton. We were not interrupted.